and you're like, well, I want to get married by the time I'm 30, then maybe you need to go out on 5 dates a week if you want to make sure that you're really giving yourself a big enough pool of people, from which to choose. And I
Mhm.
make it clear again, everyone's dating number is different, and you don't have to do this stupid dating, book if you don't want
Yeah.
to. But that this is just something that in my experience as a woman myself, as well as a clinical psychologist in New York City, one of the toughest dating markets that there is, that
Yeah.
these approaches were productive.
Okay. It's funny because when I do my group sessions, I'll do pros and cons exercise with my clients. And it's more of if you do decide to go with this action, what are the pros and cons? And if you don't decide to do it, what are the pros and cons? And one of the topics I give is dating multiple people.
Hmm.
So my clients would think of pros and cons to each action. And to the one where a con for dating multiple people, let's say within a month, is you're going to have less time with each person, and it's going to make it more difficult to find more in-depth conversation with that one person when you're dating, let's say hypothetically, four or five other women. Now, there's a lot of different ways I guess we can go about that because let's say after the first date, you don't need to have like a second date with someone. So I guess it would naturally go down from there. But what are your thoughts on that?
What you're saying is true and a certain level, that if you spend less time with someone, you don't have as much intimacy and get to know them as well. On one level, I can see what you're saying. um on the other hand, we also do get to know someone through longevity of time and frequency of time that we see the person, right? So I might actually know you in some ways better by seeing you twice, I'm sorry, 3 times for 2 hours each, than by spending one night with you from 6 p.m. till midnight, right? Because if I let some time pass between the time, I actually have the advantage of getting to see you at different times of day, and in different points in your life and in your week. For example, if I'm interviewing someone for a job, it's
Mm,
common knowledge for employers that you interview the person in the evening, you interview them in the